Hi, it is Burgundy with Burgundy's Unstoppable Journey and Unstoppable Spirit Creations. I am busy always working away on making things because I constantly come up with new ideas. So today I am going to be working on making earrings with different birds in them because I was seeing a lot of advertisements and then ended up doing some research. And birds are actually there's a bunch of birds that are going extinct here in Alberta. I mean, Canada completely, but Alberta specifically, as well as toads, the rocky leopard toad is going extinct, and that makes me so sad. I love toads. I love frogs. Love amphibians. And that makes me really, really sad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start making all of my products directed in the whether it's an amphibian or a bird. I'm going to be making those and then giving a discount with those, as well as going to be putting probably 25% proceeds towards just helping out those different organizations that are doing things to see what we can do to help. Alberta Birds is making a big difference, it looks like. That's the one that I keep researching and finding. And so I think that's going to be where I'm. And of course, everything I make that has any four-legged friends, meaning furry four-legged friends, dogs, cats, I am always looking to give proceeds to SCARS, Second Chance Animal Rescue, which has always been a very big organization to me. I used to foster, Chris, when he wasn't working away, would foster, but yeah, I actually counted, and I have had 57 dogs, which is nothing compared to some of the other foster homes. Some of them have had hundreds. So I can't foster anymore because I can't train anymore and rehabilitate anymore, but I can do something. So that's what I'll be doing, is I'll be making products directed towards animals. For me, probably more dogs than cats, because I'm very allergic to cats. I've never been a huge fan of them. They're a creature, they're something living on this planet, so I automatically open my heart to them, but I'm not a huge cat person. So all of my stuff is going to be directed towards SCARS, Second Chance Animal Rescue, which is focused on dogs and cats of Alberta, most specifically northern Alberta. So I will be doing whatever I can to continue helping out that organization. They are so important to me, and they make such a big, big difference to so many little four-legged. Yeah. I think everybody has lost a four-legged family member at some point in time, and pain doesn't go away, at least in my experience. And I mean, I've lost two-legged, like, human beings. Both sets of my grandma on both sides, is one grandma is gone and one grandma is still here, which I'm so thankful for. I talk to her as often as I can. She's in Calgary, and she is 92. She'll be 93 in September, which blows my mind. She's always been one of the most clever women when it comes to particularly crossword puzzles. She has been everywhere and seen everything, and it still has that that's big, not little, but big spark to her brain, and I've always looked up to that. And then, unfortunately, my grandmother on the East Coast in New Brunswick passed away several years ago, and unfortunately, I didn't grow up as close to her as I would have liked to. Obviously, you can't see her every single day because getting to New Brunswick is more expensive than flying to the moon, apparently. Well, not quite that expensive, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so I hope everybody is staying dry, staying warm. The weather is really being Alberta weather. It's either pouring down rain, thundering and storming, or all of a sudden it's sun is shining and beautiful. And it's still very warm, as some people seem to believe and some people seem to disagree. The planet seems to be warming, but I don't want to discuss that stuff. That's not my prerogative. Worrying about chronic illness, of course. Chronic illness and disabilities is always my first priority, right behind my two kids, my son and daughter. The other thing that I am planning and busy doing right now is going to be my daughter's 10th birthday. And that was a very important birthday to me. My mom and dad gave me what they called a daughter's ring. So it actually had a gemstone for myself and then for each of my parents in it. So I started making one for Azure, and she said if Jensen, her older brother, isn't in the ring, then I don't want it. And that really blew my mind. I am so proud that I am raising such a intuitive, empathetic, aware. Well, both of them are very aware. And I am so thankful. I love that they care as much about people as I always have.